OMFG really, Nikki, and this is just a quick video. It's pretty much just my personal opinion, just my take on a situation that I've actually kind of watched this for a very long time. The topic is Jeffree Star. I know there's kind of like most people that have an opinion of Jeffree Star have a very strong opinion, whether it's a positive one or a negative one. I personally, I guess I could say I have my own strong opinion on the matter. I personally still purchase Jeffree Star cosmetics, and I know a lot of people would probably be like, oh, well, you're white, so of course you do, and I don't think that's fair, but that's not really what this video is about. First of all, I think that a lot of people, they're like, oh, I saw the video, because people love to keep bringing up that video where he says the N-word. He's saying, he does make the racial comment, but he isn't saying it to anyone of like an ethnic background. He's saying it to white people, which, not that that should matter, because truthfully, you shouldn't say it. You just shouldn't say it. It's not a nice thing to say. It's not okay to say. But here's the thing, and before I tell you my actual opinion, I'm going to tell you what gives me the right to have this opinion, what I feel qualifies me and validates my opinion. As someone who has been sexually abused, who has been assaulted in one way or another, who has suffered mental abuse, as somebody who I'm adopted. I was not raised by my biological mother. I know who she is, but I was not raised by her. As someone who never knew who my father was, as someone who's lost multiple children, and so on. I know what it's like in different aspects of my life that I've gone through, that I know what it's like to feel very hurt inside, where you feel like lost. And actually, I also know what it's like to be shamed for being gay. While I'm not actually gay, I believed that I was for a very long time. I didn't realize that there was any other, I didn't really care about labels anyways, but, people see you doing something and they want to label you. So anyways, so coming from a very unique perspective, or maybe it's not that unique, I don't know how many people have been through what I've been through or dealt with what I've dealt with, but I feel like having gone through those things and knowing the emotions and the feelings that go with that, I feel like it gives me a valid opinion, like I'm not just someone just sitting here saying, oh, this is why I think this, because whatever. Like, I have valid reasons why, and I'm gonna go over those, but we'll get into that. So the first thing is, when that video, because the thing is, it keeps resurfacing, and it's probably going to keep resurfacing forever, because Jeffree Star has elevated himself and brought himself up to the level that he is, whether people like it or not. He is where he is. His makeup is good. You can love it or hate it, but it is what it is. I don't think that anyone that's coming for him is going to take him down, because none of these people were there to build him up either. You know what I mean? Like, he's got where he's got where he is right now because he worked his ass off to get there, period. I don't care what anyone says about that. Like, I don't think anyone can honestly deny that. Like, I've never seen him piggybacking off anyone else. He's never been using somebody else's name. He's never been clickbaity. He's just doing his thing, and it's working for him. And that's how he's gotten where he is, by being himself and doing what he's passionate about. Now, on a different note, or what I was talking about initially, is that racist remark that he said, that video is going to resurface forever. People love to rehash old shit. They do. Most people are like a plunger. They're just bringing up old shit all the time. It's ridiculous. Because the thing is, nobody wants to have to relive that negative shit. And he's not a regular guy. I mean, he's known for his androgynous, I don't know what you would call it, androgynous way of being, or how he is. He'll answer to girl, guy, whatever. He's very much, feminine looking, but he's still also very masculine, and he's Jeffree. He's not Jessica, or whatever, like. And I think he's comfortable in that androgynous zone. That's why he's trademarked it or whatever. That's just that's him. I think that's not even his brand. That's just him personally. That's who he is. That's how he identifies, and that's fine. Now, the thing is, he grew up, like, he's talked about it, where, it's not easy being a guy that is into makeup. It's not easy being someone that is attracted to the same sex, and, like, if you're one of those people that's even just a little bit different, you are a target. Whether you mean to be or not, you can't help it. Like, I have dealt with even racism, honestly, because I have children that are adopted that are mixed race, and I've had people say racist stuff to me for adopting them. Now, while that wasn't directed towards me, it still affects me because I feel some type of way about it, and I don't want them to have to deal with that. But we use those moments as teaching moments because unfortunately that's the world we live in. But Jeffree Star, when he was making those comments, when he was saying that stuff, I immediately, like, as soon as I saw the clip, like, the first time, I immediately knew, I'm like, this is coming from a place of hurt. That is deep freaking hurt. And the thing is, if you see that and you immediately think, oh, he's a racist, no, you are absolutely 100% wrong. And I will tell you absolutely why. When my first daughter died, this happened to me when I was 19, which anyone that remembers being a teenager, even 19, you don't know what anything is, you don't know shit about life, you don't know what is going on, and then to have something completely devastating happen to you and not really have a good support system, not have a partner, not that I didn't have a partner, but not a good one, but I really didn't have any outlet or like know how to deal with that. And I didn't get counseling or anything like that. So like, I kind of went through this thing where I sort of like withdrew from everything, and like this level of hurt that just like sits in the pit of your stomach, like you feel it all day, every day. Like I don't know, like I was suicidal. I've dealt with so many things about it. So immediately when I saw that, I could feel the level of hurt within this person saying these awful things, because while I've never acted out and said something racist, I completely understand that immediate response where you just want to say the most mean, hateful shit that you can, because you don't want someone to be able to affect you the way that they do. Like, when someone says something to you that it like, or it just like, it's okay for them to call him a faggot, but it's not okay for him to say the N-word. I feel like both of those are really just not okay. And it's not that I'm saying that I'm condoning it. What I'm saying is they're both wrong. They are both unequivocally 100% not okay. And so I recognize that level of deep hurt, and the thing is, you immediately want to lash out because nobody wants to feel like they're just crying in the corner, like taking the abuse. At some point, you kind of like rise up within yourself and are like, dude, I'm done. I'm not going to take this shit from anyone else. I mean, I went through that myself. When I didn't have the support that I needed, when I was really going through a hard time, I kept it in for like 2 years, and then I don't know what happened. It was like I went from being an introvert to like a complete extrovert. Like I just snapped. Everything that I felt and thought just came out on everyone like freaking just vomit. It was awful and vile. It wasn't necessarily like super hateful, but it was more like sometimes you need to have a little tact when you're talking to someone. Like, you don't just tell someone they look fat in something. You're like, well, you know, you try to be nice about it. But this was like my breaking point, and I just kind of snapped and went off and just kind of said whatever the hell I wanted for a few years until I was like, okay, yeah, you know what, I don't like this. I don't like how it's making me feel, and I don't want to make people feel the way that they made me feel. That's when I realized that, hey, you know what, just because someone is hurting you doesn't mean it's okay to hurt them back. But I absolutely know that in those videos, or at least the one that I'm thinking of, I immediately recognized that level of hurt. He was a hurt person that was going through things of his own. But the thing is, people want to be like, oh, he's Jeffree Star, he's a celebrity, whatever. He is a freaking person. He is a person on this planet with all of us. Like, he's a normal freaking person like everyone else. Maybe not your idea of normal, but he is a person. You can't just have these expectations for people because you know who they are because they're on YouTube or whatever. I don't think that's fair. And these things affect him personally. They affect his mental status. And I don't think it's okay to keep rehashing this stuff. And then you add this thing with Thomas Halbert, which I watched Rich Lux's video. And there's a clip, like a recording of Thomas Halbert talking about it, which honestly, it irritates me to even say his name because I feel like that's like Voldemort, you know? Because like, we should not be giving him views. We should not be contributing to this, because it's not okay because basically what he did was, oh, I'm going over here to these people, but I was going to come back and tell you what they said. Jeffree Star didn't ask for that. Nobody was asking for that. He's just in the middle trying to start shit with people that are way bigger than him because he's a small fish in a big pond. He wants to be where they are. And the thing is, that is not how you do it. Starting shit for people, whether they're famous or they're a regular person, is absolutely not okay. And the thing is, if people are clicking on his videos, people are commenting, whether it's hate or not, he is still gonna get paid because you're watching his video. You're still giving him that click. And like, that bothers me. I will not watch a single video that he has. Nope, not at all. Not gonna happen. Because that is absolutely disgusting. Hearing that clip that he's purposely, without anyone, you know, now that's his excuse. Oh, I had good intentions. You know what? His apology was absolute bullshit. If you had good intentions, you wouldn't be trying to start shit with other people. Period. That's the end of the statement. You don't start shit with other people. You just don't. Like, why would you do that? If you're building a friendship with someone, you don't start it by starting shit with somebody else. So I don't believe that he's being honest. I believe, like, and I noticed in his video, or not his video, but his recording of, like, the message he left Jeffree Star, he keeps saying, I don't know. It didn't sound like he was sorry. It sounded like he just didn't have, like, he didn't want to be honest and say, honestly, I'm just using you for clout to try to get attention because I'm not getting the views I want to get. I'm not getting recognized the way that I want to get recognized. And apparently he has like a failed merch line or whatever. He's not that big. And the truth is, the only reason he has so many followers on Instagram, he bought them. If you look at his engagement and you look at his status, like especially the history from like a year ago, he paid for that shit. There's no way you have 50,000 followers and you're getting like 2 comments and like, but you're still getting hella likes. He's paying for likes. He's paying for followers. It's fake. I'm sorry, but I don't support people who are fraudulently building their brand and then trying to leech off other people. And I think it's fucked up that a lot of people are trying to, they keep bringing up like Laura Lee and Manny and whatever. And the thing is, all of us have had a shitty relationship, whether it be a boyfriend or girlfriend or, you know, so either someone we were in a relationship with or even a friend that we just aren't friends with anymore for whatever reason. So the thing is, none of us want to have to deal with, hey, like, someone's talking to you and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, what about your ex? I don't fuck with that person anymore. Why are you bringing them up? Like, I cannot imagine that on the level that Jeffree Star has to deal with it. Like, could you literally imagine every time you get on Twitter, you get online, people see you in public, bringing up either old shit that you did 10, 15 years ago, or they're bringing up your ex or your ex-friends or whatever. Like, you can never fucking fully move on. Of course that affects your mental status because people keep bringing up shit that you left behind years ago, and so you can never fully freaking move on. People need to back off, leave the situation alone, stop clicking anything to do with Thomas Halbert, unfollow, unfriend, like, unsubscribe, whatever you need to do. Even if you don't care about Jeffree Star, you could literally not give a shit. But the truth is, Thomas Halbert started shit. He's a shit starter, he's a liar, and that's something that I don't like for anyone. I don't care if it's someone that's super famous or someone that's my neighbor. I will never support that kind of thing, ever. Like, if I see someone in my DMs telling me, hey, don't work with this person because whatever, don't worry about it. I will figure it out for myself. Unless someone is trashing me, don't worry about it. Like, anytime I'm looking up anyone to work with, because I get thousands, literally thousands. Like, in a month, I get at least 1,000 every month. Of DMs saying, hey, can you send me free PR? Can you send me free products? I look, I research, I check people's Social Blade. I run it through several other websites, check their, like, engagement rates. I go crazy. Like, I don't just send free shit to random people. And it's not necessarily because they have to have a high account, but it's because they have to have a legitimate account. And I don't like fake people. And I feel like Thomas Halbert has been fake. He has proved that he's fake. And I don't like it. So I will not be supporting that. And as for people coming for Jeffree and saying, oh, he's a racist, I'm not going to support him. The thing is, the people that are saying he's racist, I feel like most of the people are very white. At least what I've seen in comments. Now, I don't know for everyone. I'm sure there's plenty of people of color that may have their own opinion on him too. But the thing is, if you guys want him to apologize and be sorry, which he has apologized, you don't have to accept it. You don't have to whatever. You can say, hey, once you said it, it's whatever. But I believe that we all deserve a chance of redemption. It's not about race. It's not about anything. It's just about, as a person, we all make mistakes. We all do stupid shit. And the thing is, when you're hurt, if you've never been sexually abused, or you've never been targeted for being a homosexual, or you've never been, I don't know, like targeted for one of those things, you don't know what it's like to feel that level of hurt, so you can't speak on it. So just leave it be. Don't say anything, you know, just be like, if you don't want to buy Jeffree Star, don't buy Jeffree Star. Don't subscribe to his shit. Just leave him alone. It's that simple. I feel like a lot of people feel the need to make a statement like, oh, you know what, I don't fuck with Jeffree Star because he's a racist. He's came out, he's apologized. Is he a racist? Do you know him personally? No, you don't. So you cannot sit there and pretend like you know somebody because you see their Snapchat. Is his Snapchat last 24 hours? It does not. So you don't know what happens as soon as that camera cuts off. A lot of the time, people that are posting videos that seem very happy, that shit cuts off and they go back to their miserable fucking life. I know for me, when I'm on camera, I seem like a very happy person. And sometimes I am. But my baby also died in July. So I have my moments where, you know what, today I just don't feel it. I don't feel motivated. I don't feel good. Everything sets me off. Like I'm either crying or I'm just irritated. Like it's just being human. If you go through something bad, or you happen to be one of the things that people target you for, whether it's being a woman or being gay or being a person of color, being Muslim, being, you know, any number of things that someone could potentially target you for. You can't control those things. If that's what you are, that's what you are. But that doesn't, I don't know, people will sometimes treat you like shit because of whatever it is. If you're not the fall in line, normal, whatever, people will come for you, and it sucks. But that doesn't give anyone the right to pretend like they know your life or to come for you or treat you like shit. And honestly, if someone is doing something to you that is messing with you mentally or physically, you need to do something about it. Get away from that person, cut ties with that person, even if it is your own mother or a family member or someone you've been with for a long time. Any kind of abuse is absolutely not okay. And I don't condone it, and I will never participate in helping tear another person down. I don't think anyone should be going to anybody that I mention's page and saying anything negative. The thing is, Thomas Halbert probably is feeling like shit right now too. He's a human being. Unless he's a sociopath and has no feeling whatsoever, he's probably feeling some type of way like, shit, I fucked up. You know? So I wouldn't say to go send him any hate either, because you don't know the whole story. You weren't there. So please, try not to, when you see these people online, especially people with bigger accounts, don't just assume that you know the full story. Take a second before you react and just be like, you know, well, wait a second, what about this and what about that? And like, really think it through, because I can't imagine the level of hate that people are getting, and they have to read that and see that. That's really awful. So anyways, that's just my rant of the day. It's just something that I find frustrating and I don't like it. And I felt like I needed to at least speak my little piece on it, because I know what it's like to be treated like shit and like abused and just different aspects, different whatever. I've been there. So hopefully this will help. Honestly, I feel like none of my followers or subscribers or whatever are hateful people, so it probably won't reach anyone to where it's going to make a difference. But at least now you know something about me, that I don't like fake people, and I don't like people who are abusers or manipulators at all. Like, it's funny because I have this joke with one of my friends that she's like, you're not an enabler at all. You're the opposite of an enabler. You're basically a disabler. And it's true. Like, I am not the enabling type. Like, if I see you doing shit that is not okay or treating someone not okay, I will say something. Like, I will flat out let you know, and it won't be like this pretty like, oh, you know what, you shouldn't do that. Like, I would be like, look, you're being a bitch and you need to stop. Like, you cannot treat people this way. I have friends or ex-friends that are not my friends because of the way that they talk to other people, that I was like, look, if you're going to treat people this way, I can't be around you, because I don't like that negativity, and I don't want to be even associated with someone who's going to treat somebody else that way. I mean, we all get mad and we get frustrated and we say this or that, but like, there's levels, and like, when shit gets downright hateful and mean, no, that's not okay. That's just, I don't know. And the thing is, I've been treated that way and, you know, disrespected and made to feel like I was nothing. So I completely understand why people don't want to be treated like that, because I've lived it myself. And so I could never do that to someone, knowing what that feels like. That's just not me. So anyways, I've probably rambled way too long. I'm not even gonna edit this video. I'm just gonna upload it because I feel like for shit that's true, it should be uncut, real, raw, whatever. And I know there's a part where I kind of like stumbled on my words, and I also talk fast. Many people have noticed that, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please leave a comment or a thumbs up. Please don't send anyone any hate. Just, you know, if anything, send everyone involved some positivity, and hopefully people will learn from this and grow from this and just move on.